Hey guys and gals, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. Also make sure you turn on your notifications on your subscriptions so you see our new content when we post it. Thanks for subscribing.
Hi guys, welcome to MTG Dungeon. Thanks for tuning in to our channel. We wanted to let you know that our local store, our LGS, Play Live Nation, is hosting a PPTQ here in Yakima, Washington on September 23rd. The format is modern. Registration is $25. Registration for decks and sign-up tournament starts at 11 a.m., then the tournament starts at noon. We hope to see you guys there. Yep. Where can you find us?
I say if you want to follow us on Twitter, Twitch, or Instagram, we'll have the links posted down below. And if you haven't already liked and subscribed to our channel, go ahead and do that. And remember to turn on notifications.
What's up, guys? Ben here. Warden there. We're here to do commentary. Hey! We got Hardened Scales Affinity versus
Infect.
Infect of the blue-green variety.
I mean, at least he's playing one color correctly.
Green, yes, obviously.
Next!
Next!
I'm going to push you out of this camera frame right now.
Next.
Next
Do we feel that Infect has the advantage over Affinity, or Affinity has the advantage over Infect?
So, what it is honestly going to come down to, I believe, is going to be, can Hardened Scales Affinity get an early game ballista?
Interesting theory.
So if they can get a ballista on 2 or 3, like turn 2, it makes the Infect player have to work really hard to try and keep its 1/1s alive. It wastes multiple spells in the same turn to try and keep it alive.
You don't think that just the pure board presence is going to be enough? Affinity has flyers, and it can put blockers in front of anything except for Blighted Agent.
Right, but the blue-green Infect does also play the unblockable rebound card.
Distortion Strike.
Distortion Strike.
Yes.
So that's the bigger one I think that the Affinity has to worry about.
Alright, so I'm going to just throw this commentary out really quick about Hardened Scales Affinity. I'm sure y'all are pretty familiar with it by now. It was a breakout deck not too long ago, but it uses the enchantment Hardened Scales and the modularness and the +1/+1 counter cards to really just ramp up that really good value off of, and also make your Steel Overseers that much better as well.
Yeah.
Instead of going the traditional route.
Speaking of which, Hardened Scales.
Hardened Scales and Steel Overseer. Yeah, they are. It's pretty good turn 3.
Yeah, it's a pretty good turn 3.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have Metalcraft.
Oh, okay, so they're rewinding, which is fine. This is a local thing.
Yeah. But,
so,
I mean,
rewind at the point where the mistake was made.
Yes. And it's what happened at a big tournament as well, because it's to the point of nothing major has happened. It's just, I want to do this. Okay, well, you can't.
Yeah.
Try again later.
Also, you notice that they play Welding Jar main board. Usually that's a sideboard affinity card. But this deck would want to play Welding Jar to keep its big fatties around.
Well, it's also it's an additional artifact to sack to Arcbound Ravager with the Hardened Scales just to make it bigger anyway.
Okay. Works as that as well.
Ooh. Double Overseer. Okay.
He sees all the things. But we got looks like a pretty scary board from the Infect player.
Yeah.
Well. We've got Blighted Agent ready to strike for 2 plus any shenanigans.
Yep. Alright, Glistener Elf. I don't think I see... there's an additional Glistener Elf.
I'm going for Distortion Strike, making the unblockable guy unblockable.
Alright.
Which is fine. Because it makes him bigger. This is a good time, I guess, to do it to really amp up the amount of damage you can do this turn.
Well, yeah, because when it comes off rebound, you're probably going to target Glistener Elf, so you have 2 attackers.
Yep. And because you have 2 attackers, you can't take advantage of Noble Hierarch on your next turn's attack.
Yes.
So, I think that was a fine play.
All the Infect creatures, alright.
Infect creatures are good, but you do really want to be playing pump spells too.
Yes.
Unfortunately, didn't see very many of those.
And
so what do we got here? And we got another Opal and a Darksteel Citadel. All right, so he's working with what we see in play.
Yeah.
At this point, you're just trying to formulate a way to win the game, obviously, with Steel Overseers. What's the best way to abuse your Steel Overseers?
Well, like right now, he can so he can activate his own Ink Moth, have the double Overseers activate. There's 5 infect flying. If Damien isn't able to find a flyer to crack back, then he just loses in the next turn.
All right. So to me, it looks like he missed out on that opportunity.
Yes.
For what would that be? 5 infect.
5 infect. You
right,
had your opponent on a 2-turn clock.
Yes.
I mean, I think he is also because he can kill in 1 turn technically. Because this turn he can wait, activate the Ink Moth, double Overseer for 5 on his turn, do it again, and then kill him.
What are the ramifications of doing that? So if he did go all in, that would have been leaving him completely wide open.
And I think that's why he didn't. But the obviously, so Mutagenic Growth, Blossoming Defense, plus the higher trigger, plus Distortion Strike says, here's 7 infect. Good game.
That's enough.
Yep.
So even if he went all in, wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah. But I think that was a correct play of keeping it back because he's like, all right, I can block.
Make him bigger after blocks.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then hope to like top draw like Arcbound Ravager and like cool, like activate this, good game.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that was pretty brutal.
So it looks like Hardened Sphere. Dampened Sphere wouldn't be a terrible one to bring in against Infect.
What does that card do again?
So lands that would produce more than one mana produce only a colorless mana, and then each spell costs 1 more, equal to like number of spells you played a turn. So if you play 1 spell, it costs 1 more. If you play additional spell after that, it costs 2 more. You play a 3rd spell after that, it costs 3 more. So you're limiting the Infect player to only casting one pump spell a turn typically, which is you're okay with.
Mm-hmm.
Put you on a much slower clock. The downside with the Hardened Scales Affinity is you don't have Galvanic Blast and you don't have the Whip Flares out of the sideboard.
Okay.
Main board, obviously Galvanic Blast, but you don't have those kind of advantages to just gotcha.
All right, so it looks like he's bringing in 2 Dismembers as well.
I mean, that seems perfectly fine. Pay 1 mana, try and kill something.
-5 is a lot.
Yep.
Bringing in the whole boat.
Of Damping Spheres, I think it's fine. I mean, you definitely, if you can see one turn 2, you definitely slow their game down. And if you can deal with the Blighted Agents, you can probably block the Glistener Elves. What's the word? You'll get advantage blocking Glistener Elves with certain things like the Arcbound Worker or Arcbound Ravager or other artifacts you can just sack into other ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's like block and then sack it, so I'm not taking any infect and making my board state bigger to the fact that I'm pretty going to crack back and kill you.
Gotcha. I didn't pay attention at all to what the infect player brought in.
I think they brought in some artifact hate. I believe Nature's Claims.
That seems pretty strong.
Yeah. Looks like land, high arc. Apparently no infect creatures. So.
Alrighty then.
Affinity for me is a lot like a Storm deck. It can mull down to 5 and still just kill you turn 3.
You could definitely get the top decks to do it.
Yeah. Well, because really, if they can get 1 infect creature and then just like 2 land, 1 infect creature, and then 3 pump spells can kill your opponent turn 3.
I misheard you. I thought you said the affinity deck could do it.
Oh, the affinity deck can as well, but infect can mull down to 5. I mean, by both decks, I guess can mull down to 5 and just be explosive. Infect is definitely more of a glass cannon mull to 5 as opposed to the affinity, especially the Hardened Scales one. Can just go wide.
How does it go wide?
It goes wide with the Hangerback Walkers, Steel Overseers.
Steel Overseer inherently doesn't make it go wide.
No, but like your infect lands or your animation module ones.
Okay.
I think that's a big reason a lot of affinity players are switching over to Hardened scales is because it has a better late game. But you do lose some of the explosiveness that regular affinity has.
Did you catch a glimpse of what card he's debating over?
I did not.
Darn it. Darn it.
Alright, well, it's going to keep it on top, so we'll find out.
Horizon Canopy, taking a point of damage for that green.
I think that's fine when you got a Hangerback Walker in the hand.
Heck yes.
There you go.
Nailed it.
He's like, play this land, game
Turn
life.
one
What?
Infector. That's what you want to be doing. Commit threats to the board.
Yep. Ooh, and an Arcbound Ravager with a Walking Ballista. That actually puts the affinity player in a really good spot. If he has one more land, he can play an Arcbound, like pump the Hangerback Walker and then sack it to make additional blockers. So Pendelhaven, they're going to make it 2 infect currently.
I don't see why not.
Does he have an additional pump spell?
He does have a mutagenic growth. And he's got a Vines of Vastwood.
I think he's waiting to see if there was a block.
Right.
So apparently there wasn't. I think I definitely would. I think he's keeping up a Blossoming Defense.
Yes, maybe.
It's Blossoming Defense or Vines of Vastwood. I can't tell which one it is.
That was a very good play to not block, in my opinion. You lose a lot of value if your creature dies or gets damaged from infected creatures.
Because you lose the counters, you don't get the Thopters. Mm-hmm. So, I think I would play the Arcbound Ravager here, just because you can block and then sack, and then get 2 Thopters for additional blockers later that you don't care.
That and you need. You need things on the board to win the game with. There's that. But also, the other card in his hand is Dismember.
So he has 2 options. Like he can pump Hangerback Walker and he can dismember his own Hangerback Walker.
Mm-hmm. And go wide.
And like chump block and then just start bashing back. Wow, so no attack from the infect player. All right. Was that a 3rd Hardened scale? Wow.
That's a lot.
That's
a lot.
Oh.
So.
I think now it's on the pump ballista, it's at 5 right now though, isn't it?
It's at 5 now, so he would actually, in order to get maximum value off of his Hangerback, dismembering his own Hangerback at this point is how he's going to get it, if he wants to go wide.
Well, so he could have just played Arcbound Ravager and done it, and not lost life.
That's true. Maybe that's his plan for next turn. Because I think doing it this way makes more sense.
So the problem is that like he's kind of all in on the Dismember plan against the creature. Mm-hmm. So if his opponent has a Blossom Defense or Vines of Vastwood, I think he's just dead.
You also can't stop it.
Yeah, that's if you have Arcbound, you can block. If he pumps to try and kill it, you're like, well, response sack, get my 5 Thopters.
Okay, so yeah, there you go.
All right. Maybe he doesn't have a protection spell then.
I think on the same line of thought, 5 Thopters might not be enough if he's just going to be chump blocking.
The thing is that like I think you're fine with it though because the Arcbound would be huge. So the Arcbound would come in with 1, and then it would get 4 from sacking just the Hangerback Walker. So it's a 5/5. Then you put your opponent on a 3-turn clock. So
okay.
Attempt to Dismember.
That's
9 infect.
That is enough. That's lethal.
It's lethal. So yeah, because if he had played the Arcbound way, all right, infect into